Summer is finally here, and with families looking for unique and money-saving ways to make the most of their summer travels, National Geographic travel editor-in-chief and author KeithBellows is joining us from Zoo Miami to talk about Zookeishon, a fun-filled way to enjoy the summer at America's zoos. So tell us, Keith, what is a zoocation?
So Zookeishon is basically a marriage of a vacation and a zoo experience. And it was cooked up in partnership with Travelodge, which have 350 sort of family-friendly places to stay across America. And as a parent, I really value this. I mean, they've got free Wi-Fi and they've got free breakfast, and it's a reasonable price point for a night. And now, this summer, you can actually spend 2 nights at the Travelodge and you can get 2 free passes to a zoo. And there are 135 participating zoos, and it's a really, really great way to sort of have a great bonding day, get kids exposed to nature and wildlife. I'm very concerned that our kids are growing up with sort of nature deficit disorder, and I think this is something that is a great Kickstarter, because it gets kids, especially really young kids, exposed to wild creatures.
Yeah, that sounds great. So what makes the zoo a great place for families to visit?
Well, I think it is this bonding experience. I don't think you can meet a kid that doesn't love animals or isn't drawn to animals, and most adults are the same way. It's a safe experience. It's reasonably inexpensive, especially if you have 2 free passes. And it's unpredictable enough to be left of canned entertainment, so that you don't know what the animals are going to do. They're not trained seals, so it's a real experience in seeing animals in the semi-wild, I guess you would call it.
Right. What are some other ways some families can get more out of their travels this summer?
Well, I've written this book, 100 Places That Can Change Your Child's Life, and I think there's a lot of stuff in there that can be applied to taking your kids anywhere, whether it's overseas or whether it's right in your own backyard. And you don't have to do this. It doesn't take a lot of money. I think that what's really important is to try to gear an experience to what your child's personality is. We often, as adults, basically impose our desires on these kids. We do the run through the museums, go to the landmarks, boom, 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 boom. And we fail to take into account, like, what does our kid want? And then we just sort of we lead and they follow. When in a lot of ways, it would be better if you just let them follow their nose a little bit, follow their interests a little bit, and slow down. We always want, when we go on vacation, we have our agendas and we have our our missions, and we're going to get it done. And it's just not a good experience for a child when it's being, they're being ridden through a place. Those are just a couple of things. I mean, I think it most important though is get the kid involved in the planning in the first place.
Well, that's some great advice. Thank you. Can you tell us how we can get free tickets to the zoo here?
Yep, you go on to Travelodge.com, and there's all the information, all the zoos, and then you go to a Travelodge, you spend 2 nights there, and bingo, you got your tickets.
That sounds great. Thank you for taking the time to answer my questions, and it was a pleasure speaking with you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Take care.